everyone, good morning. I'm Andrew and you're watching Max Effort. Now I'm going back to our storage unit. We are going to inspect some of our machines and see what there is left to do to them in order to rebuild them properly. So a few days ago we rebuilt the rock breaker that we had not operated since some years ago. Now we're building that engine, we're checking everything so we can operate normally. We're also rebuilding the engine of the 966 Caterpillar, which is going to be a little bit hard to complete because there is a shortage on parts on this model. Fortunately, we found someone who can help us with that, but it's going to take a little bit longer. But this gives us the chance to start stripping the paint, stripping the old paint of the machine, and welding on some components that were rusted. Now let's go check that out and see what else is missing, because I need this machine to be in perfect shape, to be in perfect working order. So our machine here hasn't been working for a long time, but it's a fairly simple concept. It's a truck engine that has been paired to a gearbox which spins the belts, which then spins this big axle over here, which uses rail tracks to as a means to break the rock. The rock is then being fed from these feeder over here on the top. We feed this with the machine inside. The rock is being fed inside through an electric motor over there, which then brings the rock down into this chamber, where in here it's being broken into smaller pieces. Now you can adjust how big you want the rock to be broken to the pieces that you want it. There are some bolts over here that you can adjust how big the rocks you want it to be, and let me show you how it comes out. So this is the material it's being fed into. This is basically the rock, the big pieces that is being fed into the machine, and what comes out is this material, which is smaller, and you can see this is broken into smaller pieces. Then you can make it even smaller by passing it through a filter, so you can have different types, different sizes of rock. So this is how the concept works. We're also cutting here the rail tracks. We have big pieces over here. We're cutting those into pieces and then we install them inside the machine where it uses it to break the rock. So this is a procedure. We use the oxygen and we're cutting through the rail. Just on my way right now to get my oxygen vial. So we ran out of oxygen. There's a few people right here that we can get it. Went and got the old one back. Just gonna return the old one, get the new one refilled and ready to go, so I can get it over to the guys at work. Yes, Relay. To replace two of the vents for the air system on the truck. So before we had these screws, now we're installing the vents, which they have a release where you can use. So when there's air inside and there's water, you can use this release, so you can release the water. Usually in our area there's a lot of water, So you can see we already installed 1, 2. Need to install another one here.
Αυτό τώρα η κολλήση δεν...
Το συμπλετάκι.
Ναι, αυτό το διακόπτη.
Το διακόπτης έχει κολλήσει ή το συμπλέκει?
Όχι, διακόπτη. Δεν γίνεται όλοι. Το ζόρι το έδωσα εγώ λίγο, ήθελα να το κοιτάξω.
Ναι.
Και πήρε μετά, δεν πήρε πάλι. Πήρε το καμπλό του συμπλέκτη. Έβαλα το συμπλέκτη. Έβαλα καναγίσει το συμπλέκτη που είναι συμπλέκτη που πάει στο σωλήνο. Την ώρα που θέλει να δώσει μπροστά δεν χρειάζεται να τραβήξει το συμπλέκτη. Την ώρα που δουλεύει μαζί είναι το πάει μόνο, έχει ψώνα πάνω, το πάει μόνο του.
Ναι.
Και αν θέλεις μετά να το βάλεις μπροστά, δίνει εντολή από το αέρα που φορτώνει το μπροστά, η φυσούνα το φέρει μπροστά.
Ναι.
Και δίνει κίνηση.
Ναι. δείχνει. Δεν δείχνει άμα κάτι.
Ξέρεις, από αυτό εδώ, ένα χυλάκι να έχει λιγάκι εδώ, δεν το αφήνει. Μόνο δηλαδή. Από μέσα.
Δεν κουμπώνει τελείως εδώ.
Θα το σφίξει.
Αφήνει κενό εδώ.
Όχι, θα το σφίξει.
Για να σφίξει,
Για σπρώχτε μέσα.
Τέλος πάντων, λοιπόν, βάλε τα παραπέτια.
Σφίχτο, σπρώχτε μέσα και σφίχτο.
Δεν το κουμπώνει τέρμα. Δεν το κουμπώνει τέρμα. Άστο τώρα, αφού τραβάει από εδώ ούτως ή άλλως. Και από πάνω.
Ναι, καλά, δεν έχει. Εμένα είναι πλαστικό αυτό.
To come check on the JCB. The filter was stuck inside. Turns out that there was a little pin inside that was holding the whole thing. So I had to put a screwdriver and take out the screw that was holding the small filter inside. So the whole thing came out. The inside filter was destroyed. I replaced it with two brand new ones. We'll see how that goes. I have to check on the housing later and see why these filters were not lining up properly. Now I'm just carrying up some material to go back to the construction site where you can unload the stuff, the rock, and call it a day.